Okay. Okay, great. In the United States, WestEd is implementing the project under contract for the U.S. Department of Education's National Center for Educational Statistics. And the project is being implemented in 4 phases. The first phase consisted of the validation of the concepts in the digital literacy tasks. WestEd convened focus groups of teachers to provide feedback on grade level content. And in the second phase, we consisted of cognitive labs with students, and staff from WestEd and UC Berkeley observed students to see how well the task worked, if students understood the directions, if they could navigate through the tasks, and how well they were responding to the questions. And as I move to the next slide, oh, great. The third phase consisted of our pilot test, which was administered this past September. The digital literacy tasks were administered in the San Francisco Bay Area to approximately 112 students. We focused on the Bay Area because it was close to our offices and we could observe in classrooms and help teachers with checking computers. As I move to the next slide. Okay, teachers participated. That went a little too fast. Okay, teachers participated in a 1-hour WebEx training, and we provided an overview of the project. We walked through each task and discussed the navigation of the tasks. We provided an overview of the administration manual and the process, and we learned quite a bit during the cognitive labs that we helped to translate into helpful hints for the teachers. So, for example, we asked the teachers to have the students practice the logins and to discuss group collaboration with students. We also provided contact information for both WestEd and UC Berkeley staff. Okay, as I move to the next slide. Okay. Prior to the pilot, all teachers conducted accessibility tests on all student computers to make sure that they worked. UC Berkeley provided an online system for checking the audio and video, the upload and download speeds, and access to the website. And it took the teachers, whoops, something's happening here. Sorry about that. Okay, as I move to the next slide, it's not moving. Okay, there we go. And so this shows a picture of the online system. And so teachers were able to check the audio and visual, the upload and download speeds, access to the websites, and it took teachers approximately 6 to 7 minutes per computer, which meant in some cases it took teachers up to 2 hours to run the test. We worked with the 6th grade teacher to help her run the accessibility test, and the 10th grade teacher actually had her class do it, and she walked the students through the process before administering the test, and that went a lot quicker than actually having the teacher go through and check all 25 computers before doing the pilot. And as I move to the next slide. Okay, we found that almost all students completed web exploration in Arctic Trek, and and only 2 students attempted to do the second language chat. In the United States, schools and districts blocked the Chatzy website for liability and security reasons, and the 2 students that did try second language chat were trying it in Chinese, and keyboards did not contain the Chinese characters, so that didn't work too well for them. As I move to the next slide. Okay, as I move to the next slide, let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, 6th grade teachers reported that the students were very excited about the tasks and they were very engaged. And we thought the pilot was successful overall, although students did have difficulty with passwords and logins. Initially, students were not able to access the assessment website. There were several failed attempted logins, and we think that the students were just so excited about logging in, they kept logging in over and over again, and that caused the UCB server to go down, and it was responding as if there were a breach in security. We also found the transfer speeds were marginal, and the chat tool and respiration didn't always work. In one school, the pilot was scheduled for 8 a.m. when other classes in the school would not be using computers, and the server was very slow when 25 computers started logging on at once. And then when other classes started logging onto their computers, it slowed the server down even more. So I think these are some of the realities that we're going to be facing in some of the U.S. classrooms as we move into the field test phase. The next slide. Okay, as we move to the next slide. Okay. 10th grade students said that they thought the tests were measuring how well they worked with other students without verbal contact, how successfully they complete work as a team in a computer environment, and many students found that their most successful collaboration was posting and sharing answers because they saw other student points of view. When asked what they thought could be improved about the task, overall students said that only small things would need to be improved, that they liked the task, but they thought that maybe some of the tasks could have better directions with them. Okay, next slide. Okay, the fourth phase will consist of the field trials, which will be held this coming December. And actually, just last Wednesday afternoon, we received approval from the U.S. Department of Education to proceed with the field trials. We had a great response to our recruitment flyer and received applications from over 40 teachers. We'll select 21 teachers, 7 at each grade level at grade 6, 8, and 10, to administer the field trials. We're anticipating around 1,500 students, and our participating states include Arizona, California, Colorado, Ohio, and Texas. And the next slide. Okay, next slide. Oh dear, sorry. Okay, as with the pilot testing, our field trial teachers will also participate in a WebEx training. They'll conduct accessibility testing of their computers. They will receive a $200 incentive. And this time, in addition to the digital literacy tasks, they'll also be administering the collaborative problem-solving tasks. And we're very excited about the opportunity to participate in the field trials. And we have our teachers are scheduling and